Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited to bring this video to you. I basically have worn this exact outfit. I'm gonna pop pictures right here of this outfit plenty of times before. I've created a look for this particular outfit before on my channel, and I'm basically selling this outfit and a few others on a website called ORISAAR. I am so excited to tell you about it because it's basically like eBay for Indian clothes. We wear our Indian clothes a couple of times, and then this, literally, I'm done with it. I've worn it the amount of times that I can for all the pictures, for the events, and it's just sitting in my cupboard. So now I can put it on ORISAAR, and you guys, someone else can make use of it. It can just go to a new home and be given love by somebody else. So I'm so excited because I wanted to create like a fresh, funky look for something that is old for me but could be new for you. But definitely please check out ORISAAR. This video is actually sponsored by them. I think it's such a good concept. You can make some money off things that are just sitting in your cupboard, not going to get used because you've taken all your pictures in them, and then you can go out and buy some new stuff. Win-win for everyone. I'm definitely going to be doing some shopping on there because Indian clothes are expensive. It's just a great concept, so I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna stop rambling now and we're gonna get into the look. This one right here. If you want to see how I created this tutorial, then please keep on watching. I feel like a queen in this jewelry set, if I say so myself. I think I'm going to start with base because I believe what I am picturing in my head, this look is going to be fairly easy. First up, let's go in with some primer. I'm taking the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. These are like newly packaged. They've always had such good primers, but they've recently like rebranded everything and it's looking cute and fresh. And then just because I've got quite bad scarring right here at the moment, not cute, I am going to go in with my Kevyn Aucoin Essential Skin Enhancer, and this is my go-to product. It just covers up any darkness, any pigmentation, scarring, all of that. So I'm just going to take it around the areas where my skin is a little bit dull, and that's usually around my mouth. And a little bit of this really does go a long way. I know so many of you guys have purchased this product since I use this so much. I just hope that you guys aren't going too ham and too crazy with it because I know how easy it is to get carried away with this product. I'm just patting because that is what's going to give the most coverage in those areas. So next up, I'm going to go in with foundation, and I've recently been really into a bit more of a lightweight foundation look, but still glam. But I'm not going full heavy ass full coverage. Who am I? Who am I? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, what is going on? I'm gonna go in with the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation, and this is basically like MAC Face and Body, so super lightweight. And I also use this in the shade 4W0. Right, so I've literally just got 2 squidges of those running down my cheeks. That is enough. I feel like that's even too much. You can use a beauty blender, a brush, whatever. I generally like to use, especially if it's like lightweight. Most of the time I use a brush, but especially with a lightweight foundation, super runny, I will like to use a brush because I still want to get coverage out of it. I'm just gonna pick some of this product up and I'm just gonna start moving this around the face. If I ever feel like I've got too much on, I'll just, whatever I've picked up, I'll wipe it on the back of my hand and then I'll just blend everything out. I just want to spread the product that I put on my face all the way around. You can buff, you can stipple. I generally like to stipple, and this foundation is such a nice shade. It's literally perfect. Definitely got enough on, enough that I've given my skin some color and some coverage, but not so much that I've completely masked my skin. You can still see a bit of my skin through it. You can still clearly see like my natural beauty mark through the makeup. And then I'm gonna go into my Fenty Matchstix in the shade Truffle, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna take this in all of the usual areas that I like to contour. So on my cheeks, the temples, and down my nose. And then I'm just gonna buff that all out in small circular motions. And what's really nice about wearing like a less coverage heavy foundation is that when you even cream contour, it just blends into the skin so seamlessly and it just looks a lot more natural. It just looks like you've got the natural contour, do you know what I'm saying? Fake natural, fake natural. I've always mentioned fake natural in my videos. I'm all about that. And then it's time to go in with some concealer. So I'm gonna take my Urban Decay Stay Naked concealer. I love this so much. In the shade 50NN. And I'm just going to take this in all of the usual areas that I like to highlight. Definitely want to correct and conceal those dark circles. Also take it on my forehead, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin. I also just like to take a bit of concealer just up the sides of my nose. Just helps with my contour as well. And then I'll just fan out the rest of that concealer. Like, I'd rather wear a light foundation at the moment and then go ham with my concealer, but obviously where it's blended so that it doesn't look, do you know what I mean? Like, there's loads. And then I think I might, just for shade purposes, take a teeny bit of this Hourglass one in Sepia. This is super bright, so I wouldn't actually use this on its own, but just over the top of this concealer, it will just brighten. Literally, that's it. Teeny amount. And then just go ahead and blend that all out by patting and stippling. You want to make sure everything looks seamless. So again, I'm just patting to blend this concealer out, and it looks nice and bright, but not like super stark white under the eyes, so it doesn't look unrealistic. And then just taking my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, I'm gonna just pat this right underneath, just where my eyes are gonna crease the quickest. I just want to stop that from happening as soon as possible. And then I'll also take this powder in all of the usual areas that my foundation might crease. So in your smile lines right here, I'm just gonna pat this in, and all the areas that you might get oily. So I'll get oily here, just in the center of my head, and I'm not taking loads, I'm just patting this on, and also just down my nose. So this way I'm gonna just lock everything in so that it stays put, even though we've gone for a lightweight foundation. Like, guys, can you even tell that I'm not wearing a full coverage foundation? I mean, I don't know if you can tell yet, but when the look is done and complete, I'm hoping you can tell. Like, it doesn't make a difference if you're wearing full coverage or something lightweight. You can still do glam. It's just how it's done. That's the key. So then I'm gonna go in with a lightweight face setting powder, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish to the rescue, and I'm just gonna lightly dust this, or pat. I think patting is best actually, because the foundation is kind of wet foundation. Just gonna pat this over. That is it. That's really not a lot. So then bronzer, I think I want to go into MAC Give Me Sun. I love this so much. Classic. So I'm just going to pop this over where we cream contoured. You can go heavy with your bronzer, you can keep it light. I'm going to go somewhere in between, and then I'll just run the excess down the sides of my nose. Nothing crazy. That's it. Okay, so then I'm going to move on to highlight, and I just want to make sure I haven't got any more powder sitting on my face. I'll just make sure I dust anything off. I've got the new Too Faced Turn Up the Light palettes. It's a complexion palette, and you get a soft focus powder and then 2 highlighters to use together. So I'm going to show you how to use it because it's actually really nice. I'm going to start with the soft focus powder and just dust a little bit of it underneath my eyes just to give that soft focus over there, and then take a bit in the center of my head and just dust over, you know, a little highlighter. I'm going to go into the Glow powder right here, and I'm going to take Glow just on the top of my cheekbones, and it's really pretty, really pretty. Ooh, I'm using the medium shade. I love that they've brought out these palettes in so many different shades. Something for everyone. And then I'll take a bit of Dazzle, which is the more sparkly one, and I'll just take that on the highest point of that highlighter with a smaller brush. So just right there, a little, you know, just at the highest point of that cheekbone, just to give it that extra pop. And I love that it's just all in one place, in one palette, which is great. I'm also going to take the Glow highlighter just in the center of my head, Cupid's bow, chin, all of those usual places. And then for blush, I'm going to use a new blusher by NARS. NARS have got loads of new blushes out at the moment, and this is Orgasm X. Yep, they've taken it up a notch. I've used this once before, and I'm going to tell you, you literally need a small amount and then build up. Do not go into the blush and then throw it on your face, because you will be screwed. So just a little bit. Oh, see? Like, just a little bit goes a long way. I feel like the X after the Orgasm is just like yeah, extreme. They've turned it up a whole notch. So I'm just gonna dust this onto the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows, and I'll be back with you and we can do the eyes and lips. Brows done and eyes prepped. I am now gonna go into this eyeshadow palette by NARS. This is the NARS Afterglow palette, and how stunning is this? Like, come on, this is just like giving me summer vibes. I'm gonna go into this shade right here. I think it's called Deep Cut, and I just want to take this shade all over my lid, so I'm just going to pat it on, and I just want to bring like a more of a funky modern kind of vibe to this Indian look. And now that I've started doing colour on my channel again, I mean, I'm getting into the swing of it. You're going to see so much more. I feel like I go through phases of really neutral and then loads of colour. As you can see, it really doesn't need to be anything neat at this stage. I'm just mapping out the colour, and then I'm going to go ahead and just blend that edge out so that there's no harsh funky lines and it just looks a bit softer. And I'm just going to use the same colour to blend this shadow out. Voila. And then if you lose any of the intensity, just go back in with the same shadow and pat right into the crease again. Simple. I think I'm just going to leave it here with one eyeshadow. Sometimes I feel like as a makeup artist, you can either make things really, really simple, or you can overcomplicate because you know you can. And there's always so many different options. There's always something else you can do. But sometimes it's nice to just leave things the way they are. And I think I want to do that for this look. It's just super quick and super easy. But still, because the colour is so beautiful, it's got a lot of impact. It looks difficult because it's colour to some, but it's actually really easy. It's just one shadow. And then I'm going to take the Glossier Pro Tip eyeliner. This eyeliner is so amazing. I'm just going to create a nice wing with this all across my eye, and I always like to start in the center and then work my way out and make sure everything is joined up. And because I don't think I want to take any shadow on my lower lash line, shock horror, who am I again? Lots of changes happening around here. But because there's a little bit of shadow, like from the top, right under the wing, just to make sure it's nice and clean, just with my concealer brush, it's not got a lot of product on it. I'm just gonna clean up so that the shadow literally stops where the wing is. So liner is on, and I think I'm going to go back into the Afterglow palette, and I'm just going to take this cute little bright shade here. It's like an iridescent shade, and I'm just going to pop this on the inner corner. So I've just popped on some mascara and lashes, and I'm going to go in with the Zoeva Soft Kohl in the shade Nude, I believe it is. Oh no, it's called Karnat. It's a nude shade. So I'm just going to pop this in my waterline just to open up the eyes and brighten them and kind of just complete the look. I always feel like something in the waterline always just finishes your eye makeup off. Yeah, see? And then finally for the lips, I feel like I want to go in with something a little bit subtle but pretty, and yeah. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe lip pencil in the shade Honeymoon. It's such a lovely nude shade, which I'm going to line my lips with. And then I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty gloss in the shade Sweet Mouth. I feel like I'm rinsing this gloss at the moment, but it's definitely a favourite. I would have used Fussy, but I've lost it. And then finally, I'm going to spritz my face with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I just love this stuff. And especially since I'm wearing like a lightweight foundation, I want to make sure everything stays put, stays in place, isn't going to move. All of it. So guys, here we have the finished look. I really hope you like it. I absolutely love it. I feel like it's such a nice, fresh, funky vibe for an Indian look. And I've created like a whole new look for an outfit for me that is old, but it could be new for you if you get it. I love that you can just switch up an Indian outfit like that and make it fresh and new and funky. Make sure you check out ORISAAR. I think it's such a great concept, and it's something that we definitely need in the Indian clothes market, because y'all know it gets hella expensive. If you did like this look, then please give this video a thumbs up. Did you like the lighter base? You wouldn't even be able to tell that it's not full coverage, right? This is what I'm saying, guys, and I just feel light and fresh. Comment down below and let me know what you think of this look. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more fun content. I've got loads coming up for you guys. Get me on the gram at Anchal. For now, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye.